just came back from. What's going on, y'all? Just came back from Japan. Yeah, it's been a minute. We haven't done the show, but a lot of stuff happened while I was gone. You know what I'm saying? It feels like it's been a long time, but we're going to get right back into it. So welcome to the Bridge ATL. As always, y'all know who I am, Tyler, camera guy. Maybe not saying that anymore. I think I'm on the show now, so there's that. And with me, as always, we have Kel. Yeah. And, of course, we have, back for her. This is your second episode,
It's my second one.
Yeah, back for her second episode. She's staying, y'all. She's staying. We have Ashley.
Hello. Stuck with me.
All right, but with that, a lot of stuff has happened since I was gone. Politics have been shaken up.
It's honestly an understatement. Shit.
Shaken.
Boy,
yeah.
Earthquake.
Switched up, shaken. I dealt with a few of those out there in Japan.
Did you?
Really?
I ain't feel them though. I dodged them. Every single earthquake that hit, I had just left that place.
It was an island it was like an island that had a volcano that erupted while you was out there.
Yeah, but I wasn't over there.
You weren't over there? Okay.
Nah, there was an earthquake in like South Japan. As soon as it happened, I was already on my way back to Tokyo. Then as soon as we flew out of Tokyo, an earthquake hit in Tokyo. So
that's crazy.
What?
I was moving, moving with grace.
Hey, they be getting fucked up out there though.
Yeah.
That's
but with that politics shaking up, like I said, the Olympics happened. By the way, while I was over there, all I saw was just Japan competing. Every time we turned on the TV, it was like
that makes sense,
Japan, competing. Sometimes we saw some of the other people, but it was mostly Japan.
Did they win anything? Like I don't even know.
I think Japan got some medals. I think. I don't know. I don't keep up with the Olympics. I know America cleaned up as usual, right?
We did.
We tied with China in gold medals, but
we had the most medals overall.
We tied with Romania as well.
And what?
The bronze medal that we had to give back.
My
That was
God.
crazy. Yeah, let's get into that though. Like, I heard what was it? Old girl was doing running track, and they said she didn't.
No, she did not
That's
run track.
Jamaica.
It was gymnastics.
It was gymnastics that she
Gymnastics,
tied.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, and they tied.
So technically she lost,
Uh-huh.
and then she didn't know, but while everybody was collecting their stuff, her coach contested. They have a certain amount of time to contest and ask them to rescore. So they rescored, and then they were like, you know what, we made a mistake. She won. Yay. Fast forward, they got the 3 black girls up there. Everybody's excited. Romania was like, fuck that. Nope. Nope. And they were like, she didn't contest within the 4 seconds or 8 seconds or something. So they were like, she has to give her medal back, which is crazy because it should be a conflict of interest because a person from Romania sits on the board. And then my other question is like, aside from the contesting the issue, so you guys just aren't giving people their proper points unless they question it? Because how did you just miss tally? Like, this is an important game. This isn't like a 5th grade soccer game. Like, this is the biggest games in the world. Like, or how? Just how?
I mean, we know that gymnastics in general has been probably one of the most controversial
talked about for
events
sure
in the Olympics. I mean, we're in any sport where you have to rank, you know what I'm saying, by point system, it's always been they're from Germany, so they're definitely going to be like, no, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. Especially
the thing about gymnastics too is like subjective, right? The judging is very subjective. There's no you can say, they
There's
did
a
that
criteria.
trick. Well, you did that. It's still subjective in the sense because it's like a form of art almost.
Yeah.
It is a form of art, I believe, because it comes down to how well did they do this trick, did they execute the trick, and then if everybody did the same trick, if you do more with that trick, then you get more points, maybe, or I think it's really a subjective kind of.
I think Paris
sport.
dropped the ball on a lot of stuff, though. The beam, I think something was wrong with it because all the gymnasts kept falling at the exact same spot. And it's like, how do you have multiple professional athletes that this is all they practice? And they're all falling at the exact same spot every single time. And then they did this stuff with Sha'Carri and her teammate. I can't think of her name.
It was Sha'Carri. It was even the Jamaicans. I want to say Shelly-Ann Price, right?
Changing the entrance.
When they stayed out, they didn't stay in Olympic Village, right?
But they didn't stay because y'all don't have air conditioning. You don't have food. They
Correct,
decided
the
to
betting
go
is terrible.
green.
Yeah.
And then you have nothing for them to eat and to be like, I guess they were operating at a calorie deficit.
Probably.
But
at the Olympic Village?
yeah,
So they
because-
couldn't eat a certain amount of food?
No.
Well, I think you do that. I think you do that just to keep yourself.
That's
within-
cool, but you're
But
gonna
they didn't
tell
have
me
the
what I
food that
can
they
eat?
need.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
that's what they were saying, because like within their green and sustainability, they had completely changed the diets and they didn't alert or tell anybody. So a lot of teams were like, do not eat the food. Do not do
Damn,
this.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then the water, like I can't believe they even thought people would consider
Yeah.
swimming in that.
Oh yeah, that green water,
That's
that
disgusting.
lake. Yeah, that river that they were supposed to swim in. Did they swim in that?
Yes. There was a movie about it like a couple months prior to the Olympics. It's like a really low budget shark movie. And it was really good. I did watch it. But it's like these sharks that are like swimming in there and nobody believes that they're really there. And I guess there's a bunch of like old landmines like at the bottom of the water.
That's crazy.
That when disturbed, like it can put Paris underwater. It was a good movie. It's very low budget, so don't get mad if you watch it. It's very low budget. But they had that movie come out and they were talking about how disgusting and nasty the water is. And there's literally like poop.
Yeah.
In the water.
No, I remember like right before the Olympics happened, people were trying to protest it, and
And
they
clean
said
toilets.
this day we're going to like shit and piss in this.
Oh,
this
yeah,
river.
yeah, I
And
remember
they
that.
did,
They
but
did
there's-
that? Oh,
They
yeah,
did, but
they
there's
do it.
already fecal
Crazy.
matter in the water. Like it's there's an issue when it comes to like marine life. There's no marine life in there. So you would think if there's not fish, there's not the little algae eaters on the bottom, there's nothing.
It's non-inhabitable. just in
Nothing.
general.
If the animals are saying no, the plants are
I'm
saying
jumping in with a
no.
full hazmat suit. I don't care if I lose.
And then when I think, what do they have? It's not a president. It's not a dictator.
Prime Minister?
Yeah, when their prime minister jumped in, she didn't have any goggles on. And I'm just like, this woman's gonna have pink eye.
Pink
Got
eye.
This
double,
one's
she
got
got double
pink
pink
I'm
eye.
like, you could not pay me.
Probably walking around like this.
And then why did the surfers get to go to Tahiti?
What do you mean?
Literally what I said. The surfers
Oh, so
got
the
to go
surfing-
to Tahiti, and I gotta
To
swim in
compete,
poop water.
yeah.
Oh, that's what they
I mean, they
compete
can't.
at?
Yes.
Where can you surf in?
That's
Where
true.
you got me swimming in a poop
I didn't, even,
canal?
look, I didn't even know it was an Olympic event.
I didn't
bro.
know it either. That's X Games
And
for
the
me, right?
divers.
Or like Red Bull.
The divers had posted some like nasty stuff that they had to swim in too. I'm
In the
like,
pools?
I'll have to pull up the video, but
Okay.
there was literally, they were at the top and they're like, look at what we have to jump in. And it was just like,
Damn.
it's almost like if you've ever been to the Dominican when they have the sea foam that comes up and like all the plants that get tied up in it.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like, that they had to dive in.
Wow.
I'm
What-
like,
so,
absolutely not.
what are they diving? It's not like an Olympics pool.
It
they're
wasn't
making?
the pool, it was something else.
So what are they like? So when they use a lake, what are they? What event is that?
I have no idea.
I know they like do
don't
rowing
watch
and
the
shit, but I
Olympics.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I couldn't keep.
I
I
do
was
this for
busy.
fun,
You
don't
know,
come for
out of
me.
town,
Like-
busy.
Booked and busy, Japan and busy.
I don't know. Like I felt like the event. I mean, the Olympics was like a thing that I watched when I was a kid more so than as an adult. I don't
Never
know.
I didn't even watch it as a kid.
You never like sat down and watched it, really?
Never
No.
have I ever.
Like we would see it when it comes on, but like I
That
gotta
was
watch
like-
cartoons or something
What's crazy
entertaining,
is my
bro.
ex's mom participated in the Olympics back in the day, and like they got free Colgate for like ever.
Damn.
Because she was
Crazy.
sponsored.
Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but I've never watched it.
Oh shit.
No, I just tap in here and there. I'm not an avid.
I mean, it's just it was blowing up, you know, and everybody was talking about how when the Olympics happen is when they're the most patriotic.
I'm not patriotic.
That's
but I
when
just don't-
people. Nah, you don't watch it.
Nah,
I'm
I
just
be-
saying,
nah,
most
I be
people
hyped.
were like, "Yo, this is when I care about America." But then they were like, "All right, the Olympics over. They over here taking off their American flags and throwing them and all that." I'm like,
You're not
okay.
even supposed to wear the American flag. Like, there's so many rules
Yeah, you're
that
not
we
supposed to
break
even, like,
being
yeah.
patriotic. Like, it's not supposed to be on napkins. It's not supposed to be on shirts. It's not supposed to be
It's
on
not supposed
food.
to be anywhere,
It's not
for
supposed to be
real.
on anything. It's
Just
like,
a flag, but you know, it was still crazy. But the whole Olympics was wild. Like I saw the Simone Biles thing, like how she won so many golds, and I think she's like one of the most decorated.
most.
She's the
Not
most-
one,
she's
she's
the
the most decorated.
Yeah, the
U.S.
most decorated.
gymnast.
She's the most decorated gymnast.
Oh, gymnast. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Ever.
I thought she was the most decorated Olympian at that point.
Nah,
That too.
That's
No?
Michael Phelps still.
Oh, Michael
Ain't
Phelps
nobody
still
beat
got
that.
it.
Ain't
Really?
nobody- yeah,
I thought-
22. That boy got 22. There's no
How many
way.
does she have?
Like 9 or 8 or something like 9 or 10 or something like that. She's not.
Michael Phelps
nobody's
was going
touching Michael
crazy.
I mean,
Phelps,
he
bro.
got 8 gold medals his first
Yeah,
try, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
every
he was
time.
going crazy. Yeah,
Smoking weed
But,
too.
Yeah, facts. Going crazy.
Hey, he ain't get kicked out.
No, of course not.
But they had, so it was really weird. They had a guy that was I think he's like a convicted
Rapist,
rapist
or
or
something.
child
Yeah,
molester.
he was
And
competing.
he was allowed to compete.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? But then somebody smoke a little weed. No, you can't come over here.
That's insane. Like the standards are so. What a time.
I mean, it just depends on your skin color, I guess. I don't know.
But before we get into politics, I guess this kind of like leads in there. Did you guys see the Brazilian boxer who hits too hard?
Yeah. Before we get into that, though, I do want to get no Lyles, man. You talking about your NBA, bro? How you felt about that?
I mean, so I said it before on TikTok. I get what he was saying. I can understand why NBA people would be upset, right? I mean, it sounds like he's basically downing everybody.
He's the one, for clarification, he's the one that said that America can't call themselves, or the NBA
world
can't
champions.
say world champions because they've never competed.
Yeah, he's saying like an NBA. Let's say, for example, I mean, obviously the Celtics won. He's saying that they can't say that they're world champions because they're not competing
against the world. That's
the
fair.
world.
That's the fair
And
statement.
that makes sense. I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of like, let's say soccer, right? Like, unless you're playing in the World Cup or some event like that, you really can't say you're a world champion, right? Because you're not really representing USA. You're a USA team. You do have international people playing on your team, and you know the best of the international NBA association, whatever, are a part of that team. You necessarily still can't call yourself a world champion, but semantics, right? Like it's just technicalities. So everybody got upset. I understood what he was saying, but they say he's corny. He's one of those dudes. He got a punchable face, right?
It was a track guy, right?
Yeah.
He also just like got his girlfriend in a lot of trouble because he was pillow talking. Like her team doesn't like her because everything they were talking about, he ran his mouth.
Mm-hmm, yeah. See, exactly. So he's that kind of dude, right? So it's just he's relatable to an annoying person you don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's really the main thing. So that's really what it
obnoxious.
is. He's very, very obnoxious.
I mean, shout out to him. He won that race.
Yeah,
against
he won
the
the gold. He won the gold.
Yeah, with COVID, it's crazy.
That's insane.
He got bronze with COVID.
I saw that race. That was one thing I did see. Like everybody was like, "Look at this! Look at how close it was! Look at this!" It was crazy.
Did you guys see the light skinned girl though?
Which one?
The one who won and was like a brisk jog, like towards the end.
Are you talking about Sydney? Sydney and McLaughlin? Is that what you're talking about?
Face card never declines.
Yeah,
really
she's
pretty
cold.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's one of the coldest. Yeah, she's cold.
Okay, so I would have been on the ground like the guy, like after running. She was like doing a whole little princess wave.
She was cool.
Sis was not tired.
She built different though. She's
I would
always
have been
built
on the
different.
floor.
Yeah, she has.
Who was she? Was she with like Jamaica or?
No, she's with us.
She's
with us?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
She's a beast.
She's been doing this for years, bro.
Shout
like,
out America.
She's a beast.
Yeah,
And she's cute. I need to know.
You need to know the routine.
Yes, she looks good while running. She looks good while standing there. Like not a hair out of place. Her teeth are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's a really pretty girl.
What's crazy is like I don't know if it's the media or what happened or what shifted, but like a lot of girls and just athletes in general just look
They're getting a lot of
amazing.
love.
They're amazing. Like,
WNBA been going crazy.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, why is it
I was like,
this
who's
year?
that?
I'm telling you, 'cause it's like I feel like this year people have recognized, yo, these girls look good as hell. Like,
So is it that people are recognizing it, or is it getting more coverage? Because female
so
sports
look,
aren't
I
normally
paid
covered.
attention to female sports as I was in college. So
They just are bad now.
I don't. Yeah,
I feel like I remember. Isn't there like a famous Britney girl who's like real thick? And every time she plays and puts on like her real clothes, the dudes are just crazy. Cause there's a few really,
what was her
really
name?
pretty.
It was a girl around the time when like Brittany Griner was coming up.
Yeah, she has long hair.
Yeah. What was her name, yo?
There's like a couple that are just super bad, but I feel like have always been bad.
When I was in college, bro, we was like, yo, she about to play, and we was all about to watch
just to watch
She
her
was
play.
like really like nice
bro.
body, really cute face. Like I feel like there's a lot of really bad
I think, like you said,
basketball players. I think
just
just
more
now,
coverage, and then I think just social media has gotten to a point where it's easier to get up front. Like if you look good, you just got to get yourself up front. They probably tell
Skylar
them.
Diggins.
Yes.
Skylar Diggins was fine as hell, bro. Like,
she's a baddie.
Oh my god! So we was like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Skylar Diggins. Even Candace got a little love, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day. So we was like, okay, cool, but that was like 10 years ago. You feel me?
So went off.
Until I guess I don't know who's leading this shit right now. For black people, it's Angel, right?
Mm-hmm. There's other ones though. There's some.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like it's weird. You know what I mean?
I don't want to compare them because it's not a competition. Y'all all bad. There's some other ones out there that's just like, whoo.
I appreciate that. You can have more than just one baddie.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bad. You know what I'm
And I feel
saying?
like it's
All
always
bad.
like, there can
It's
only
always
be
comparison.
one.
No, bro.
Like,
They all
But it's
bad.
been. I know there's been some that's been just as bad or even better. But it's like for some reason this year we're seeing it, and it's weird to me, bro.
It's crazy.
It's like
people out here posting their other photos and stuff. They're like, oh, this is her in her fit. This is what she took last night. Y'all see this?
like-
I'm like, who is
I'll
that?
say like
What team you play for?
the walkthroughs go crazy
Yeah,
too.
Brothers go crazy.
They come in with the fits, looking good. Yeah,
Whoever Angel Stylist is,
need somebody to come in dressed like the Mask.
They're
They
not
ain't never gonna do it. They ain't never gonna do it.
Big old suits all the time.
no.
But no, they
The
fine.
men need to take a
The men be going.
skirts.
Interestingly, no, it's interesting
In
because
skirts.
Bro,
I'm waiting for somebody to come in a full like villain costume, like with the mask and everything. They
I
be
mean,
wearing
when they be
fishnet
wearing that,
shirts.
that's a villain costume to me. When they be wearing that shit with the boot, bro, I don't know what the hell they got going on.
They be
these
wearing
days,
all
bro.
kinds of stuff,
They wear,
bro.
like,
These stylists,
kilts.
man. Some of these stylists need to be stopped.
I don't think it's the stylist. I genuinely think they
think
have
that's them?
money and they're like, I want that. Like, that's what I want.
That's ridiculous,
They're just
though.
tacky.
That's crazy. It's like, okay, now you got money, so you just wearing wild shit. Like,
Yeah, because
I
now
would
they
just
can
dress
afford
up
it.
like a Bond villain every time. Like, oh, here's Tyler
Yeah.
and his new. What is this? Are those horns?
Not
Just
horny.
looking crazy and then just pose.
I mean, that
I would
makes sense.
probably dress like a villain. I think villains have like a bad bitch
On
aesthetic.
some like Cruella de Vil
Yeah,
type villain.
she
or
was a
like-
bad bitch.
With the shoulder pads and shit.
She pulled up with some killer heels, a fur
People will
coat,
always
and a
recognize
nice
your
car.
style.
Like,
You
what
know,
do you mean?
It's out there. Yeah, but getting back to the topic that you brought up
Yes.
with the Brazilian fighter.
Yes. So I guess she hits too hard. Like, is that a real thing? Like, I'm so
Shawty
sick
got
of
them-
white
some-
women's
she got them
tears.
cannons, you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I feel like I was supposed to win because my dad died and I had a really rough year and my feelings were hurt, so I called her a man.
Did
It
she,
was-
did she say that, bro? Like,
No, bro, it was crazy
She
because
said she felt like she was supposed to win. It
that's
was like
crazy
her
that
come
she
up
said
here.
that. It was crazy seeing that because I remember when I was over in Japan, that was all over Twitter. Like
They were
not
calling
not
that
like
woman a
Japanese
man.
Twitter. I was on American Twitter, but
No, that was
all
a
I
big
saw,
deal.
it was
It was a
like
big deal,
a
bro.
post like, "Oh, this woman lost to a biological man," and I'm like, "That's crazy."
Yeah,
and then
that's what
I
I'm
look in
saying.
the
Like,
comments,
I
and
was like,
people
no,
are
it can't be
like,
right. Yeah.
people in the comments like, "Are you fucking crazy? That is a woman."
I want her to sue them.
Well, she is, though.
Sue
She going
them.
crazy.
I want her to sue them for everything they're worth. I want her to sue the Olympics for allowing it to be
Mm-hmm.
seen. I want them to sue the individual woman, and then I want her to sue their team. I want her to
Sue every
everybody.
Twitter account that was pushing that narrative.
So Elon was pushing that shit too,
Yes,
though.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. What,
Sue
defamation?
them
Bro, all of that, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
nah.
what she's actually suing for is the defamation.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
And she couldn't even enjoy her win. Like, that's all because you're sad you got hit too hard. Like, that's why I don't play with stuff like that because I don't play fight. I don't like any of that. So you got to know your limits. You cannot sign up for boxing to fight
and
the
get beat.
world and then be upset that one person hit you too hard. Like, girl, you should have been training with men. I see those swollen faces them girls come out
Yeah,
of
they be going
with
crazy.
UCF and everything,
Yeah.
like three titties
Knots
on
and
their
shit,
head.
yeah, they
Like,
get
I'm
fucked
not
up.
doing it. Eyes swollen, shut off one hit. Them girls are big.
And some of them be fine too, boy.
Super fine, but why? Why? The girl, she...
Get their ass whopped. Like,
I
I'm
saw
talking
this
about,
one
come out.
girl get punched. Her lash flew.
Yeah.
Her lash flew.
That's crazy.
I'm not playing no stuff like that.
that's like that Kimbo Slice video I
What?
watched back in the day. He punched a nigga dread off.
That's insane. How do you hit somebody that hard that their hair escapes their follicles? That's crazy.
Going crazy
That's
out
wild. Yeah, no, that was wild. That was shame on you for like
I
even
hope she gets all the
remotely
money.
saying that.
there. She
yeah.
got gold though, so I mean,
Yeah,
she did.
but then
But
she
like it
probably
was
lost
cheapened.
brand
You know what I'm
deals.
saying? It
Yeah.
was cheapened.
yeah.
Because, you know, after they win, a lot of people reach out because they're like, oh, you know, once you do these glasses, once you do these braids, once you do this, you do this.
Now people are probably like,
They don't want to touch that shit with a
it's
10-foot
bad press.
pole.
They don't want bad press. Like
Nah, they're not
this is an
the
extreme example, but
Kardashians.
look at what happened with Jonathan Majors. Immediately, they just everybody just
He
said
should have
screw.
sued.
Everybody dipped on him.
And now they're making Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, they're bringing him back.
I'm so mad. That was such a waste.
I don't know. I want to see it. Let's see.
I don't. Bring him back
I'm
as
okay
Iron
with
Man.
that. I'm okay
I'ma
because
see it.
it's gonna be like a one-off thing. I don't think he's gonna be doomed for like a bunch of movies. This is gonna be
Man,
doomed for
that
one
was
movie.
not his
and let's
role.
go.
It was not his role.
No.
That was not his role.
That
But
was
the
that
thing
was
is-
like,
Snatch that away from that black man because
Yeah.
there are so many white celebrities that have scandal after scandal after scandal.
And they just keep.
Was it
Robert Downey Jr. was
He had coke
when
scandal.
he first got on Iron Man. That was like his "I'm coming back."
That's
Like,
his, that was his
that was his
redemption.
redemption movie. Yeah.
Like-
So the fact that Disney didn't even work with Jonathan Majors on the fact that whole case was bullshit. Like, oh, we're gonna convict you because you accidentally hurt her.
Yeah, I would have sued too.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm suing.
But that whole shit is crazy.
You know,
Like now
Disney-
her
Disney-
whole
Money
thing.
either way.
Disney got all those stipulations and shit. You know, they buddy trying to get his money for what happened at Disney World. He can't get it because he
That shit crazy.
subscribed to
Did
Disney
you see
Plus.
that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm over here like, damn, I
That
subscribe to
shit
Disney.
I'm in
crazy.
the data
bruh.
world in real life, so I'm gonna just mind my business on that. But yeah, that's insane.
That's nuts.
Read the terms and conditions, people.
That's crazy. I didn't know they had something in there that says every dispute you have has to be
Of
arbitration.
course you don't know because we never read it because it's
Usually,
2,000 pages.
you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Usually, I trust that there will be somebody else that'll be like, you know what? I read this shit, and this is fucking
But
crazy.
then what are you gonna do?
You still gonna subscribe. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
I read the terms and
I mean, it's
conditions
too late
to
once
my
you agree,
iPhone. So
yeah.
then what? You're not gonna update. You're not gonna do the next update.
And that's
you can't even
basically-
see them all.
That's how they get you. That I wish that there was like some kind of rule that makes them like
dumb it down.
show everything. Like here's 20 points of everything that we're asking.
So technically, they do show it all. We just scroll past it. But legally, they do. They show it all.
Sometimes I'd read them. Like sometimes I'll just kind of like
I
skim.
never read
but
that shit, bro.
I've read them.
I've read a few of them.
But what good does
Especially
it do?
when I'm like signing an NDA for like a game or
An
something.
NDA, yeah, that makes
Or
sense.
like
But other
any
than
of that
that,
stuff.
nah.
Like I do agree. I have to sign agreements for work all the time.
Work is different. But I feel like even at the doctor's office, like even if you can't say no.
Yeah.
You
It's just
literally
you're
like can't go
refusing-
to the next one
Yeah.
if you don't click this
Yeah.
one. So it's like
So it's really just a setup. It's crazy. But we kind of got off. There is one more thing before we switch to the politics thing that I saw on Twitter blowing up, and people were talking about it. A dude proposed to his girlfriend
and then
during
she
the
proposed
Olympics.
back.
She had got the gold or something.
The girl proposed to him.
No, I saw
she?
one where they said a dude proposed to his girlfriend. She had got like a gold or something.
Yeah.
They were from another country.
Okay.
And the discourse on Twitter was like, couldn't do that here, because they're going to say, you still in my moment.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very upset if somebody proposed to me when I just won a gold medal. Like, do not propose to me during a holiday. Do not propose to me on my birthday. Do not propose to me
hold on.
during somebody else's event.
A holiday?
No, I want my own holiday.
I just thought this was interesting
No.
because I have been curious, like, why that matters to you. I don't think I would care.
we
Because
don't
you're a man.
care,
So
bro.
this is
Like,
this
yeah,
is
No,
It's
I
a-
ain't like I wouldn't
it's a
care.
dude
So
thing,
for
for
men,
sure.
it's like, I don't want my girl to propose to me. I wouldn't care if my girl proposed to me. If she proposed on my
we're
holiday.
not gonna be together if I
If-
gotta propose. I mean, that's dead right there.
She said already. That's
I'm
like
very
hell
traditional.
no.
That's dead. That's dead. I'm not getting on no knees proposing to no man. I'm not doing it. Get somebody else to do it.
Didn't that happen with a celebrity or something?
It's happened to a few. Jim Jones' wife Chrissy was the first one to propose and still never got married.
There was a celebrity recently that happened to it. He was like, I'm honored or something like that. forget.
I don't know
I
about it.
saw a guy who proposed to his girlfriend, and then she said yes, and then she proposed to him in the club. But back to it, I think that I should have my own time. And it shouldn't be in conjunction with anything else. So I'm not gonna come to your wedding and then get proposed to.
So you would be mad if somebody got proposed to at your wedding?
Do it if you want to. Pissed. I might
They
hit
be
you
doing
with
that in the
flowers.
movies all the time.
Pissed.
All
Like,
the
it's
time,
fun.
dog.
It is.
Catching the shit, and then the nigga come up, be
Catch
like,
it. You can catch it, but absolutely not. And I think there's people for that. I'm not that person. I am everybody's biggest supporter. I want everybody to,
When it's your time, it's your
do
time.
their thing. Yeah, but like at my wedding where I've footed an expensive ass bill, you think you're gonna use my day for your aesthetic? You got me fucked up. You better do that shit when you get
Dang,
home.
bro.
So
So
I think,
nobody
I
can
think
hit that.
things like
No.
that. I think things like that are the things that need to be talked about.
And
before
talk it
then.
over.
Yeah,
You better
yeah,
ask
yeah.
permission.
and really like shown to the
Yeah.
world, like, hey, I'm a type of girl that I don't want people proposing on my shit. Like,
Absolutely, the first
And you-
night. And if you're my friend, you know that.
and
Try
tell
it
them,
if you want to.
and tell them like very early, because I swear we don't care. So it's
No.
like we're gonna be
No.
like,
Like my homie, I'm getting married. My
No.
homie like, hey, bro, I want to propose. Yeah,
go
bro, do
ahead,
that
bro.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
Straight
the
up.
fuck no.
Go ahead,
No.
bro.
And I think you feel like that until you understand like how much work and things go into that. I just feel like as adults, we have very few things that are ours
Yeah, that's
and
true.
like strictly for us. So like for me, I want my own, like, don't tie it into a Christmas gift. Don't tie it into New Year's. Like, I want to know that you thought about me separate and apart from everything else. I don't
Right.
want you to tie this
So it
in.
feels like it's being cheapened.
Yeah, like, I
Because
don't
it's like,
want you
oh,
to...
because you just succeeded in this, let me give you this, by the
Yes,
way.
like let me enjoy and bask in my moment. Like I've worked my entire life to compete
yeah,
here. That's me without you. You know, I was probably running track as a child. My parents paid for me to do stuff. Like this is my life. This is who I am. Now I won. I can't even have my moment because now I have to react for everybody else and all these cameras in my face. That
Got to be fake for something.
yeah, like I didn't get to soak up this moment, and now I have to soak up this one.
So if you did it and they did it in private, would that have been
better? Yeah, like
so? Like if you hit gold and then like it's great, and then y'all are back at the hotel relaxing, and he's like, "I want to marry you." Then okay.
Yes.
So it's about how it's done and where it's done.
Yes, and I'm also private. Like I don't want to react for everybody else because my mom and everybody is here. And now instead of like looking at my ring and enjoying my moment, everybody's like, "What are you saying? What are you saying?" And it's
So
like
nobody can do the whole like, "Oh, I'm gonna get your family all together."
no, absolutely the fuck not. Do not. No.
You know that's the thing too.
No.
Like, hey, I'm gonna call your sister and your brothers and be like,
I don't
"Hey,
even want
randomly
like
meet us at this restaurant."
Because it does force y'all to have to make a decision.
It does feel like pressure.
I don't even want to get like. If I were to get married, I don't want a big wedding. I want like me and him to go somewhere. I'm gonna have a really pretty dress, and I'm gonna go to Italy and do it there. My family is very stressful. I want my day to be about me. I don't want to worry about everybody else and what everybody has going on. It's too much money to live through other people.
That's fair. I feel like me. I think women take moments a lot more seriously than we do as a whole. So it's like we don't.
Well, I mean, we have our moments. I think, but it's not the same.
Like, nah, hell no.
Like
nothing on the same realm.
We don't know. Like getting married to us is like, all right, we finna do this. This is gonna be a great day or whatever. You know, you trying to be tough the whole day. You don't want to cry.
I want my man to cry. Text me, tell me you sick. Text me, tell me, baby, I'm over here snotting.
That's that moment where you gotta really like toughen up. You're like, all right, man, I can't.
But why would you not want to cry? Like, I think if I was dressed and completely like ready for my wedding and my husband's looking at me and I don't see no tears, not even like a little twinkle in his eye, nigga, you don't love me.
I hope I cry.
You don't love me.
I really do. Like I
you
really
don't
hope
love
I
me.
cry.
Like,
you want a boohoo cry or you want a thug tear?
All of it.
Boohoo for sure.
The harder it is,
pull out that little hanky.
Because I know I'd be like, okay, I know I picked the right one if I boohoo cry.
Yes.
You feel me? Like,
I want you to be like, I'm gonna see this bitch till she old.
on me, like, yeah, for real though, yeah.
Yes.
Straight up.
You gonna
like,
love me forever, yes.
Because that's how it's supposed to be though. You feel me?
And I don't think people go into it like that. Like when I saw my best friend Amanda, shout out to you, got married last year in Jacksonville. And she did an unveiling of her dress for the bridesmaids. So we all got dressed at her house. We did everything. And then she left first. And then we all went to the venue. Okay. This is one of my oldest friends. We've been friends since high school. And when she came out in her dress, I'm almost tearing up thinking about it now. Like, it was so beautiful. Mm-hmm. And it's just an amazing moment to see, like, the growth, you knowing the person, you knowing who they are, and then just to see them this beautiful and having, like, such an amazing milestone in their life that hopefully this is the only time they do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nigga, cry. Cry. Yeah. You need to cry for me. Cry. I'm your beautiful fairy princess. That's only the one and only.
That's how it's supposed to feel.
Fucking cry.
No, I mean, that makes sense.
Cry.
That makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Y'all gonna drop some tears.
With that. Oh, no, I'm sure I'm gonna cry. Like,
I hope I cry.
Like, especially... Well, I'm not getting married unless it's the person. It's got to be the person. I'm not trying to do
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
No bull, none of that, bro. Like, I don't want to be married multiple times. I want to get it right. I mean, I know it's hard. It's
good luck. May the odds be in your favor. Sometimes we make some mistakes.
I might not even get married. Who knows? I might just, what are we talking about on the other show? Just like, yeah, we're married and we're married. We've been together for like 20-something years.
That's terrible. We're not even looking at that. That is not the same.
That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm kidding. But back to the topic that you were talking about with the boxer and everybody saying she was trans and everything. Like that whole situation is crazy. But I know that kind of ties in with something politically with the Supreme Court, right?
Yes, the Supreme Court voted basically to where the Biden administration cannot overturn that natural-born, I'm trying to get all my terminologies correct, natural-born males are no longer allowed or can veto to participate in female sports. Mm-hmm. So if they've transitioned, they're not able to say, I now identify as a woman and participate in women's sports, and vice versa. But I think it's so interesting because I haven't seen any women trying to participate in male sports.
Of course not.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I I think it's, as a man, you suck so bad.
I've seen women participate in male sports. I remember there was a girl who played Little League. She was really good.
But I'm saying transition.
Yeah,
like,
transition.
I'm not about
like,
to say I'm a man just so that I can win. I feel like it's some very weak-minded men because these men aren't snipping.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no female parts. All they're doing is growing their hair long, calling themselves a woman, and flirting with the women. Because there's a couple guys that the girls were like, yeah, we didn't know that this was a man.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're changing in the locker room and he has a boner.
That's
like,
crazy.
sir,
That's wild.
what are you doing?
That's
like,
wild.
You suck so bad as a man that you now want to win
That's
win
honestly
at
what it
women's
always
sports?
looks
But see,
like.
that's
crazy
where
to
it's
me.
like I get it, and because I understand if you were born a male and like your brain is telling you that you should have been a female the whole time, and you really and truly believe that you're a female.
That makes sense, but
That's cool. But then you got the dudes who are
I
pathetic.
need you to do it.
They're pathetic, and they'll like just attempt
just
to look.
say,
like,
"Oh, I'm a chick."
yeah, like, and that's where it's
Create a
like,
trans
and they're
league.
fucking it up for the real ones who are really
Yeah.
like trying to do that shit. So it's kind of fucked
It's
up.
funny because like we kind of talked about that topic while I was over in Japan, and one of the dudes who was over there was saying the solution to all that should be that they should do it like where they have an open league where it can be men and women, and then a women only league for biologically born, natural born women. And
I
that's it.
think a country did that. I want to say it wasn't. I think it was like a Hispanic country.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I'm not sure, but I think they had somebody that was transgender that wanted to participate, and they said no, and then they created a league for them for
Mm-hmm.
all transgenders to participate.
Yeah, and that makes the most sense because, come on, guys, like as a male, as a natural born male, you know you're physically going to be more capable than a woman off the bat. Like
Yeah.
you have genetics have basically blessed you with more physicality. So a man who transitions to a woman gets in the ring with a woman to box. Of course, he's going to hit harder. So like, you know, and not saying that was the situation with this, you know what I'm saying? Don't misconstrue my
Clear it
words.
up.
No, for
Don't
real.
misconstrue my words because that was clearly a woman. She came from a country where being trans is, I think,
Not a
like
thing.
banned.
Yeah.
So like that makes zero sense for that entire narrative. But just in general, like if we really need to, if these laws aren't going to help us solve these problems, it just needs to be an open league. So if you want to compete with women, then the women who were born as women have to choose to compete with the men.
Yeah.
And you as a trans woman can compete with the men, but you have to be a natural born woman to compete as in the women's league. It's the only thing that's fair.
And as a woman, I feel like we are being attacked left and right. And I feel like it's not fair that the women that do speak up and say, like, I'm uncomfortable doing this, they try to drag them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not inclusive. You're not this, you're not that. I can be inclusive of your lifestyle. And I can be like, you know what? This is what you like. That's great for you. But that should not have to affect me personally. I shouldn't have to undress in front of you. I shouldn't have to play games with you if I don't want to. Like, allegedly, we're in a country that's so great because we have freedom of speech, but then it's so frequently turned against us. And I think that's crazy that we even have to vote to say no.
Yeah.
I heard some sides on there, the transgender where they understand those concerns too. They're like, it's not an overnight thing we could fix. Like, it's understandable that women don't want to be with people who were born as men around them in areas where it's supposed to be a safe space for women. I think they understand that, at least the logical ones. But it's unfortunate.
it's the loud minority.
It's the loud minorities.
Yeah.
It's the very super like that side that are like, no, it needs to change now, and that's kind of fucking it up for everybody. So, but that whole community itself is very divisive as well. You hear about it a lot where saying like black gays are like kind of divided in that side as well. It's a lot of crazy shit going on in the transgender community, and I think they understand that, and they're trying to get their shit fixed while also trying to get their rights done and stuff like that, trying to make everything right. But it's
you gotta be
man.
understanding of how everything has worked. That's really all it is. You gotta be understanding. You can't just say we have to invalidate everything that's existed before, because now you have to carve out your own existence. You have to understand that there's rules that were set up, there's regulations, there's things that we have to follow. And it has to make sense for all parties involved, not just for you. It has to make sense for everybody. Just be fair. That's it.
All jokes aside, I feel like somebody's fucking somebody at the top. Because transgenders have gotten laws passed so fucking fast.
Well, I mean, them
Like,
and just the LGBTQ community in general has gotten
whole
like...
group has gotten shit passed like this. I did not decide to be black. I cannot control how people view or see me. How can't we have things to protect us when this is not an option, but overnight they can say, I want to play sports. Boom, sports league.
Well, you gotta
I want insurance to cover me getting constructive surgeries. Boom, covered.
you gotta go under the covers, right? Literally. So you gotta. This is how you gotta do it, right? You gotta understand a lot of business owners are gay or undercover gay. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna lobby with politicians and say, "Hey, get
So
this
like
shit
I
passed."
said, somebody's sleeping with somebody.
I think it's just unfortunate
In a
that well, not for them, but for us. Our community doesn't have that.
We don't have buying power.
We don't. And then they have like at least a sense of community. They have at least a sense
they definitely do.
togetherness.
Women have a sense of community and we have no rights. We pay a luxury tax on tampons. We pay a luxury tax on razors. We pay luxury taxes on things that we need. Men don't pay a luxury tax on condoms.
But y'all ain't got no
So-
buying power though.
What? Women?
So women have just gotten to the point now, I think, and this is nothing against y'all. I think you all have just gotten to the point where you are more so in the workforce, more present in everything, right? So, because historically, women have kind of been shifted. You all were seen as accessories in the past,
That's fair.
and now you've finally bridged that gap to the point where it's like, all right, these are human beings that we have to treat with some sense of with equality. And I don't want to sound bad or anything,
It's okay.
but treat them with equality and give them opportunities in the same realm that we as men have been getting. So I think it's just a state of like you guys are kind of behind the curve with it, and it's the same thing with black people. We're
But I
also
feel like now
behind the curve.
we're even a step lower because I have somebody telling me because of how they identify that I now have to change what I call myself. Like if I'm saying that I'm a black heterosexual woman, they're like, no, you're a cisgendered identifying birthing person. What
No,
the fuck?
I agree. It's
Like,
crazy because
What?
women get overlooked, black people are getting overlooked. There's even minorities that have gotten more than we have at certain points, right?
Yeah,
What,
So-
Jewish? I mean, they got all the reparations.
Are they a minority now?
but they got buying power.
They do have buying
Indians,
power, yeah.
They have their reservations and they don't pay taxes on them.
natives, yeah.
Yes, everyone has gotten their reparations except for the black people.
I think the Native American
And we
thing was
went
like
through the longest and the worst.
So I think it's for black people. I think it's just we have a lack of buying power and community buying power.
I don't have a lack of buying power, though. Black people are the biggest
Well,
We're
consumers.
easy
in order
to
for us to
manipulate.
have-
We're super
Yeah,
easy
we're
to
that
manipulate.
one. That's
There's
the
no
one,
point.
yeah.
There's no point in trying to, help them out if they'll take crumbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if one side will just take this check and then that person will be like, okay, I'm gonna take all these niggas with me, and that's all they got to do. Just pay this dude. He's gonna get all of them in line. Like that's all it is. Animal farm type shit. So
Yeah.
So speaking of manipulate, do you think Donald Trump is going to be able to manipulate the black people on his side?
Ooh, that's a little.
Honestly, I think he is manipulating black people already.
No, he's been
For
doing
sure.
that.
By because you got him out here saying like, oh, didn't he say he would get Young Thug off on Aiden Ross?
The
new DA.
The new DA for
was
Georgia
like,
said that.
Oh, if y'all elect me, I'm gonna drop the case. That's crazy because I know you saying that for black people. I
Yeah.
know you
That's why
saying
you let
that for
Kodak
black
off.
people.
That's why you let
I
Kodak
thought
off,
you were
bro.
going to say the black people that Trump was hiring that was like
Yeah,
making
that's-
faces
Oh,
behind
nah.
him.
Yeah.
Nah, he got real writers out here for real. Like he got some real. There's a nigga who gets on planes with a "I'm voting for Trump"
I
shirt
saw
and shit,
that.
and
And
he's
I
sitting
guarantee
there.
his wife is white. Yeah.
Y'all see my
Oh,
shirt?
Big
serious?
coon. Big
Yeah.
coon.
Y'all see my shirt? Like, bro, what are you?
So
They
I
get a
don't-
check. They get a
doing?
check.
I don't
Cooning
care.
for a check.
But
That's
you're
fucking
not
crazy.
getting a
Niggas
check.
been, bro. Niggas been cooning for a check, bro.
But
This
you're
is
not
not
getting a
new.
check.
Who? I think he's getting a check. He's getting a check.
So
You might
Oh
not
no,
think-
I think this nigga ain't getting no check.
So that's
I think he
no.
love that shit.
I met a girl last weekend who, if you're watching this, you're so sweet. You are so sweet. But
Hey, shit.
so loud and wrong. Like, so loud and wrong. She was honestly like a really sweet girl, but I think she's a prime example of like, you hear a couple key terms and then you take it and run with it. So she brought up, we were on a boat on Lake Lanier, just a whole nother situation. And she's like, who are you guys voting for? And I already knew it was about to go left.
Oh shit.
And
I
she's
hate
like,
that question.
She's
I love
like,
it, though. I ain't
I'm
gonna
going
lie.
for Trump. And she's screaming. So I'm just like, okay, like, why are you voting for Trump? Well, I don't think a woman should run the country. And I was like, why? And she's like, we're too emotional.
Oh, my
And me and
God.
like three of the other girls are like looking at each other.
Like, what the fuck?
And we're like, well, speak for yourself, because I'm not an emotional person. Like, I'm very level-headed. I'm very calm. Like, I feel like unless you slap me in the face, like, I'm a pretty level-headed person at all times. So speak for yourself. She's like, well, I just don't think a woman could run the country. And I was like, well, why? Well, because I'm a business owner and I'm voting for Trump. One has nothing to do with the other. So I'm like, okay, you're a business owner and you're voting for Trump. Why? Well, because of the tax breaks. Again, no shade to you, but I don't think you're making enough money in your business to qualify for those tax breaks.
That's for like the millionaires.
Then it was like, I'm like, well, you know, you have a child. So what about like if your child needs anything? Trump is trying to get rid of a lot of those programs. Child support, like if your kid does any of the lottery systems to get accepted into certain schools that are outside of their district, insurance. Just like any like emergencies with your child.
Right.
She was like, well, my baby daddy's dead, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't need child support. But I'm like, are you not listening to like the rest of the things? I feel like people hear those like little key words and they say stuff. Sis went ham for like 30 minutes and then was like, it doesn't matter anyways because I'm not voting.
Oh my breast. Yo,
Bro,
why do y'all say
that's
that?
the experience in a
Why do
nutshell.
y'all say that? Like everybody says that dumb shit, bro.
That is
Like
the
I hate that
experience
shit.
in a nutshell, bro.
I'm gonna
When
stir
you get
the
on
pot.
Twitter,
I'ma
when you
stir,
get on
stir,
Twitter,
stir, and then be like,
all
well,
they
I'm
do
not
is,
voting.
oh man, fuck voting for Kamala, bro. She a woman. She gonna do this, that, and the other. I'm voting for Trump because woo, da da da. But I don't even fucking care about politics for real. I ain't voting anyway, so who gives a fuck?
I hate that shit. Like, why you gonna pull all this shit up and then say you're not gonna vote, bro? Like,
Wait, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I mean, do what you want to do anyway.
Why did you even open your mouth in the first
like
place?
people like to be heard so bad, bro. Like they like to be so contrarian with this kind of shit, and it pisses me off because it's like, bro, you're trying. What is your end goal? Like, are you trying to?
It's
Are you
just
trying
a
to piss me off?
posture. Like, yeah.
That's really it is.
Like, what the
That's
fuck
all
is
it
the
is,
point?
bro.
Like-
It's so stupid because you you really think these policies and this person or these people are gonna actually work in favor of you, but no, it's
No,
not.
they hate you, bro.
9 times out of 10, you do not even fit the mold of what
Hell
they're
no.
looking to support. So it's like, bro.
So who do you think now you would vote for? Because I know we did this last time.
I'm still on it. I'm still
So
voting
let's talk about
Democrat,
it.
man.
Let's talk
Kamala.
about it real quick. We've been gone for like a month, but in between that month, you know what I mean, a major switch up has happened. Like I said, Biden got kicked out. You know what I'm saying?
Not get kicked
Sleepy
out.
Joe, you know, he went to bed.
You need to go to bed. Shit.
But it happened because, in my opinion, I don't think he was mentally deteriorating. I just think he was old and his like body wasn't going for that kind of shit.
There
like,
needs to be a cap.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it
like we
does.
said last show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
There needs
think
to be an
I
age
think
cap.
mentally he sounds just he can't speak like he wants to. His brain isn't catching up with his mouth. So that made him look terrible, especially in like the black community. Black community was clowning this dude, right? So
I think every community was
I was
dragging
about to say
him.
everybody
dragging.
making fun of
Yeah.
him.
they were dragging. So
That was Trump's favorite. That was his favorite presidential
Sleepy Joe,
candidate.
Crooked
Man.
Joe.
He's
all that.
old too.
Yeah.
I know, right?
And out of shape.
Yeah.
Now look at him. He mad now. He ain't got an old
Now the
person to
switch up
compete
happened
with.
because Captain Kamala came out of nowhere and she's going crazy in the polls. Like,
Yeah.
because the thing is, what I've seen personally is, being black around, I'm on black blogs and shit like that. Black blogs were kind of like neutral on Joe, even though the comments were like, fuck Joe Biden, right?
Yeah.
But now, I don't see fuck Kamala at all. It's like, we're going for Kamala. Like, the black blogs are way more progressive towards Kamala than I've ever seen
It
them be.
depends on what you look
I was
at.
about to say, I see a lot of Kamala hate.
A
Yeah.
lot.
But is it more than Joe hate, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they came for her
From the black
husband
community?
and his affair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They came for Trump's people, tried to do the whole she's not a citizen again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love our black people, but we
They
gotta
over here
stop.
like, oh, she not really black.
We gotta
She's
stop.
Jamaican.
She's
Not
so
black.
Jamaican.
She's Jamaican and Indian.
That's
and
not
it's like,
black.
bro.
We're black. Like, come
But she went to Howard,
Come on.
aka...
But that's what I think we
I
don't.
always go by the rule. If you saw her breaking into your car, would you go say, "Hey, stop that Jamaican Indian woman"?
Nah, for real.
That's the rule. Like that's Donald Glover said it, and I'm gonna stick with it. Then stop that mixed guy. No, nobody's gonna say that. It's gonna be stop that black woman.
I feel like we have to stop the "you're not black enough" because if everybody else is going by the one drop rule, how are we not? Like, how can you not be black enough for the black people? That's always so crazy.
I don't
to me.
know. I never understood people that do that. Like they say about Logic, right? The rapper. It's like, he's black, bro. And I get it, but it's like, he's black. Like,
Is he not black?
He's black.
Yeah, he's black. He's just
What
really
did they
like
try to say?
he's like
I thought he was
looks
black.
white. Right?
He is black.
But he is black. Yes, he is black. He looks white. So the argument
looks
is
white to
always
who?
like he looks
Exactly,
white. His
that's what I'm
skin
saying.
color
Right.
is like lighter than black. He is not black. Like he's not darker skin.
Is he lighter than me?
Yes.
Really?
Hell yeah.
He lighter than you.
I don't think we're thinking
And
of the
his
same
hair,
person.
Logic, his hair is not like nappy like black people hair. It's more like on a white.
Well, we're
grid.
not gonna do that.
I'm just saying.
We're not
I'm just
We're
saying.
not gonna
I
do
mean,
that.
you know, what I mean?
We're not doing
Well,
that.
yeah, Kel hair ain't
We're
nappy,
not
but
doing
like
that. We're not doing that. There's no such thing as nappy hair. You just don't know how to do it.
true. His
Ooh,
hair
so that's
doesn't. He doesn't wear his hair in black styles or anything.
Okay,
like that.
that's better.
So it's people automatically are just writing him off because he just doesn't look. There's when it comes to, I think it just comes to, does this person look black? And looking black does not mean your skin is brown or whatever color. It's, do you wear the same clothes? Do you style it? Because there's people darker than me who they be like, you ain't really black, So
I think that goes into like something completely different,
Hell
like
yeah.
as far as just personally, because there's a lot of people, like my mom is black and her and I had gotten into it because she was like, Kamala isn't black. And I was like, what about her does not look like a black woman to you? I'm like, she looks just like our cousin who is a fair-skinned black woman. Both of her parents are black. She's just a little bit lighter than me. So I'm like, what about Kamala is not giving black?
Mm-hmm.
And when she thought about it, she had to shut the fuck up because it's like, bro, you're wrong.
Well,
like
I got
nothing
it.
about that woman does not appear to me as a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me Indian or black, I'm saying black.
yeah. I didn't even
Period.
know she was Indian. Like that was.
I didn't know
was
she was
like,
Indian either. I thought she was
I
black.
thought she was
No,
just
her
black.
mom is Indian,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
her dad is Jamaican.
Yeah, but like you tell me she's Jamaican, she's black. Like that's, when the fuck did Jamaica not become black?
When everybody becomes not black when it's convenient. Jamaica became not black
They
when,
did the same thing to Obama.
and that's what I was gonna say. When they did not want her to appeal to the black people, that's when she became not black. Because the only time that we get as down to ethnicity as we do is white people and black people. White people will say, I'm not white, I'm Italian. I'm not white, I'm Greek. I'm not white, I'm this. And then black people, the only time we get ours is when it's like, oh, they're not actually black, they're Jamaican. Or they're African American because they're from
It doesn't
the
make
States.
any sense
Like,
because it's like, wouldn't y'all want somebody who is one of us, at least in some way, shape or form, to be in charge? Like I don't get it. Do black?
But I feel like we
where
have
that-
to stop that though, because just because somebody appears to be us
I
doesn't
get
necessarily
that,
mean that they
but
have our best interests either.
I'm just talking on like a surface level. Like, shouldn't we as black people want to see other black people succeed?
Yeah, I do all the time. I'm
Like,
voting just because you're black.
We should.
I'm voting for everybody black.
You
Call
see
me
what I'm saying?
Issa.
So
Everybody.
it's like, shouldn't we just off the bat, if we really want to be better, if you really truly want to see black people be better, you should care and want to support other black people.
It depends. Clarence
what
Thomas
they
fucked that
doing.
shit up for everybody.
I think we need representation, but I think we need representation in appropriate manners. And I think Kamala Harris is a great example of, yes, I'm joking and saying I'm voting for you just because you're black, but it is a plus that I'm voting for you and
Yeah.
you're black because you are an articulate, intelligent
Yeah, she's capable.
woman who just happens to be black. And I think it ties into what her name is escaping me. We talked about her last time. I want to say her name is Jessica.
Oh, the chicken
Yes.
Senate or
Which after we talked about her, somebody had posted her body and Lil Mama is thick.
No,
She's
she
stacked.
right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Tell
I can't
her.
think of her name.
Females in the media, man.
But she brought it up and said, why can't I be black and capable? Why does it have to be one or the other? And I think Kamala is a perfect example. She's a woman and she's black. She's a politician and she's black. She's been in Congress and she's black. She's qualified and she's black. It's not one or the other. It's both.
No,
I think the big thing, the takeaway here is just her being black is a plus, not the whole deal.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So, and that's I agree with you on that because it seems like people are trying to specifically attack her because of her blackness or because of perceived blackness or because of her there's like people talking about, when she was a DA, she incarcerated the most black people or
But
something
then they're
like that.
not reading
And
because
then that's a
I
lie.
debunked
It is
that
a lie.
so quick.
It is a super
It's
lie.
a quick Google search, and that's what kills me. Because, like, again, my mom and I got into it. She's spewing all these facts to me, and I'm like, "Did you Google any of this?"
No.
Like, did you look up anything that
people
you just said
get
to
their
me?
information from social media and they just take
Run
it
with
as
it.
law and they send it out to the world. And that's the problem now. Is that this era? We're definitely in the era of misinformation because it's
It's too
easy.
quick.
It's too easy to like. I could put up a fake article today and this shit might go viral, saying like, "Oh, Kamala did this to black people," or Trump did this for black people, and it's boom, it's gone. They're taking it and running with it. Like, "Oh yeah, this is law." There'll be people in there saying, "Oh, where's the source? Where's the source? Did y'all actually look this up?" But nobody cares about that. Everybody cares about the dog pile of, "Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, this can't be true." Da 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 da. All that other shit.
People don't
And
want to
it's
read.
crazy.
They don't want to read, and they want to sound smart at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is, bro. Like it's easier to just look
There's
at
no
a headline.
shortcuts to that. There's no
No,
shortcut.
no. It's easier to read a headline and just regurgitate the same shit and act like you're part of the people who made the
Read.
headline. Yeah.
I will say I think she missed the mark on something. I will give the disclaimer that I don't know if she can legally do this, but I think it would have been really dope if she did. So with the divide and everybody kind of being like, fuck Trump. Like even people that are Republicans are coming out and are like, we cannot back this man.
Yeah, no facts.
Like it's getting so bad where it's like you're either voting for Trump or you're voting for whoever is against Trump.
Yeah.
And I don't think people care because he's just getting very out of hand. I would have loved to see when she announced her running for her to partner with a Republican that was teetering the side of not strictly Republican, but more like on the Democrat side, if that makes sense. I think that would have been so dope for that to have been
Like as her vice president or
Yes.
something. Yeah.
I think that would have been a really good way to like merge everybody together because I think with Trump running, he's so focused on dividing the nation and like just genuinely like he's like, you either fuck with me or you don't, and that's it. And that's where we stand. And it's a hard stop. And I think the fact that so many like white and black Republicans are coming forward and just saying like, I'm a Republican, I'm a diehard Republican, I cannot morally vote for this man. If she could have gotten like a Republican on her
was on that,
ticket,
yeah, that
that
would've
would
been
have been mic drop.
That probably
See,
would have
so the
like,
thing with
tipped the
that,
scale
though-
for her when she came in.
I think that would have been crazy.
But you know, the thing with that was like when the switch happened, they didn't know if she was going to be able to carry, right? Like we didn't know that the polls would be like this today. It was really like a miracle. It was like an overnight sensation.
But that's why I'm saying if she would have had
Yeah.
a Republican,
Season
that
would've
would have
been, like, even
sealed
more, like-
that. The election would have been over.
Because like I think you said it earlier. I don't know. Like she brought it together. Like
Yeah.
Trump was in the lead over
Yeah,
Biden.
she's in the lead now.
She's in the lead now.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
is. You know,
last
it's in,
couple
it's, in the,
times I
it's in the
checked.
margin of error. The polls are in the margin of error, but it's looking like she's leading in the swing states, right?
Okay.
Like in the Sun Belt, Arizona and Carolina and stuff like that. So now for the Republican, you know, that's if she doesn't win, that's career suicide. You know what I'm saying? If she doesn't win, so I would never see.
If she doesn't win, it was rigged.
So I don't know if a Republican would have did it because they would have been like, okay, if you don't win, I'm really done. Like I could never be a politician again. So
Okay, so according to theeconomist.com, Kamala Harris is at 47.1 and Donald Trump is at 44.4.
damn. Yeah.
So
She leading.
Yeah. The margin of error is like 4.5%.
that's where we are.
Yeah.
That's a good. I mean, I just don't.
5 hours ago, Forbes said up 6 points in one poll for Kamala.
Damn.
Like I said, I just don't really want Trump in office again.
So you're Kamala.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely need to do my research on her policies and what she's trying to do. I just feel like whatever it is probably going to be better than what Trump was going to do for us. Unfortunately, I haven't reached that billionaire status. Maybe if I was a billionaire, you know, I'd be like, yeah, man, Trump, go ahead, buddy. But no, I wouldn't do that, actually. Or at least I hope I wouldn't do that. I hope the money wouldn't change me.
I
But,
mean, you gotta look at why he's losing, right? Like he's self-destructing.
yeah, he doesn't have an opponent that he can match.
He doesn't have he prepared so much stuff for Biden, but when Biden left, it's okay. Now I gotta
He
retool
didn't
for Kamala.
prepare anything. You guys are giving this man too much
No,
credit.
I think he had an opponent that he was like, oh, this guy's old. And they said, hey,
You don't
just
think he
pick
prepared
one.
like at all for anything?
No, he can't read. Like, no, I'm not joking. There's
No,
like
I feel
people
like-
that have said he cannot read. Like
I
when
feel
he
like
did
he
his
didn't
SNL
prepare
skits,
either.
he
No,
cannot
I
read.
agree.
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like
I
he
seen that.
didn't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
shit
he
crazy.
cannot
I feel
read.
like he didn't prepare. I feel like he just They
It's
just
a
told
roast
him.
session. You
Well-
put me up against somebody I don't like. I'm just eating you up. No facts. I don't like you. I don't like your clothes.
And they
I don't
probably
like your hair. I
told-
don't
yeah.
like the way you walk. You
Yeah,
talk.
that's true.
Hate everything
I
about
play
you.
golf better than you. Like,
Yeah, like there's no real
Oh, shit.
anything. Like he said nothing of fact. Like it's all just I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. Like haha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like me being like, well, you're fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're old. Okay. Well, you're old. Like, oh, next. Like, they had no real conversations.
It's like a bully picking on
But
a
it was
kid.
working though, because obviously
It was working because Biden couldn't defend himself. Biden.
Well, I'm saying like
you
back when he won against Hillary, like it worked against her. So I guess.
yeah.
He
I mean,
wasn't this vocal. And I
True.
don't think that he would
He
be
got
this.
vocal around the end.
He would not
That's when
be-
the whole grab
That's
him by the
because
pussy
Biden
thing
was
came out.
declining. That's when Biden was declining, and like all of that. So
Like Trump really, when he came out with the grab her
Well,
by
he
the
was
pussy
getting
thing,
sued.
that was like
Because he
boom,
was getting
skyrocket.
sued by that girl.
Yeah, that's when he had niggas out in tiki torches and shit.
I will say it's really sickening that like this is where we're at. And I think a lot of people in Trump's camp are getting away with a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like we're forgetting that like yes, Kamala Harris is running for president, but she is currently the vice president of the United
Yeah.
States of America. And the same way that you're still calling Trump President Trump, even though he hasn't been president in 4 years, you need to put some fucking respect on her name. Because JD Vance walking up to her plane, like, why won't you talk to me? This is what I'm talking about. Why won't she talk to the media? Like, bro, are you fucking stupid?
I
Like,
see
this
too
is
much
not
about
you
him.
and your homies versus what?
I see too much about JD Vance to the point where it's like, did you really pick this dude? Like, did he really?
Bro.
The
Like,
eyeliner, the Indian
the
wife.
eyeliner is crazy, bro.
He's
The couch?
racist against
The
his
couch,
own
yeah.
people. What happened with the couch?
They said he so. I'll
Like
do it.
casting couch?
no.
So apparently he had wrote a book. This is I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I don't think they. But it's gotten so crazy that everybody's talking about it. He had wrote a book like a biography, and in that book, in the first edition, he said he had fucked his couch.
He fucked his couch.
Fucked his couch, 100.
Like
so
he like fucked the cushions or like nutted on the couch.
he fucked his couch.
You
How
ever
do you
seen?
fuck
You
your
ever
couch?
seen Big Mouth?
Yeah. I
Remember
love
he
that.
was fucking the couch. You don't remember he put the little bag and he was fucking the couch.
He
and
also
the pillow?
fucked the pillow. I mean,
Yeah,
they
he fucked
talked.
everything.
They
Yeah,
had
facts.
face.
But I mean, we know that was his imagination.
Like, he was fucking the couch.
He was just fucking the couch.
That's insane.
nigga nasty.
Bro,
He's
probably
like
putting them
nasty
two
little nigga
cushions together.
Make
Yeah,
sure
he
we
was
put
like,
like
damn,
the
this shit
warning
will-
on this because
Yeah,
this just
you
got
know.
real dark real fast.
But yeah, they say he fucked the couch.
Yeah,
they
we can't
say,
post
they
this
said,
one on TikTok. They gonna say it's misinformation.
in the second edition, they took that page out and it went away. And so I don't know if it's a rumor somebody made or whatever. It said that he fucked the couch.
I know his wife has to be like getting disowned within her brown community because
Wait, who's his wife?
his wife is an Indian woman. Like red dot Indian.
I don't think they really care though. They're like whoever
Yeah,
has,
no.
whoever
they're
has the
very
most money wins. So it's like
But I feel like as a people, like how
I think they care somewhat. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Their culture is really interesting.
I feel like she's probably one of those.
Once
she
you're
doesn't-
married, it's like
yes, yeah, I got
we
money.
don't bother you until it's time for you to
No,
go take care of
that's
us.
not true. That's not true at all. They live like with their kids and stuff still, and they visit a lot. Like that's not true.
I heard it's like a caste system, so it's like it's very. It depends on which family she's from. That where all that stuff matters.
Like how it
I
matters,
feel like
yeah.
How
if
wrong
anything-
is she up there? You know what I'm saying in the family.
I feel like she's one of the. Her parents tried so hard to immerse her in white culture for opportunities and opportunities.
She's an Americanized Indian.
I don't even think she's Americanized. I think she's a self-hating Indian. Because there's no way you're going to get on national television and talk bad about brown people and I'm brown. And there's no way you're going to talk bad about women and I'm a woman. And like she tries to defend him by saying like he's joking. I think she's one of those self-hating. Like she doesn't like herself and she wants to be a white woman. So she just pretends like, oh, I'm not Indian. And it just helps. But like, how is that your husband? How do you have children by this man? Like, I just, like, you didn't know he was racist until he started running? Like, I don't understand. Like, I can't
I
imagine
wonder
the
if it's like
conversations
when they
at home.
when you work with Trump, it's like they bring you in a room and they're just like, "Hey, man, you racist?
Yeah, for sure.
You racist? Are you openly racist? Okay, you could be openly racist. It's cool. You know, Trump is like, dudes, chill."
But he called Trump. He called him Hitler. Like
Who?
JD Vance. He called him Hitler. He said he'll never vote for. He'll never be a Trump guy. Before
Now
he got
he's
picked.
his,
Now he's a Trump guy.
Now he's
his bottom
vice
bitch.
president.
It's like, damn, bro, like how you
Because
do
he surely
that?
wasn't bringing back Mike.
Oh nah. He said, oh, you wasn't gonna press the button? Yeah, you can't come back. Like,
Pence.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mike is smarter than Trump.
No, yeah, Mike was
That's
like,
the
oh
problem.
hell no. Mike was like, nigga, what?
Yeah, he was in a
Mike
situation
is
where
a Hitler. That man is single-handedly like demolishing Florida. Like there's a hot place for that man. Very hot. But I did see Kamala is trying to put a couple things in place. I saw if elected, she wants to offer. Now I was weary about the wording as a single person with no children and no spouse.
Oh yeah.
She
The
said
housing.
$25,000 to first-time homebuyers that have never been late on a rent payment. But she said families. And that's what always gets me because I feel like we get so fucked. Like, I
Stipulations.
don't want to be a baby mom, but then I can't qualify for anything.
I'll go borrow somebody's kid.
Like,
Let me
damn.
borrow your child real quick.
Like,
This is
can
my
I claim
daughter.
And then I think she said, it was like 5 things on there. Let me pull it up.
I know everything I read, they didn't have the full details, you know what I'm saying? She announced it during one of her, rallies and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying.
And so all the
Mike.
details, it was things that she said, but we don't have the detail yet. The DNC, Democratic National Convention is tomorrow. So we'll get more details about everything, or we should get more details about everything tomorrow. So hopefully.
I feel like whether she gives it to us or not, I'm sad that we have to pick this way, but I'm glad it's not the lesser of two evils. Like, at least it's somebody that can travel out of the U.S., that's able to have articulate conversations, that has a political background, that's well put together, that's educated.
Yeah. No, she's definitely a better option than what we had with Biden.
I don't know if she'd be my first option, but
No, I don't think. I
definitely
think we're past the point in politics where we
first
can
option?
get our first options nowadays. Honestly, it's such a I don't know. It's weird now.
What a
It's like
time to be
weird,
alive.
It's like a weird
it's
popularity contest.
It's always been somewhat weird. It's just weird. It's more open now. Like, we're really seeing the true details of
I
everything.
guess it's
like,
because
even
now
more.
we're at the age where it matters to us. the
No,
most.
we're living in a simulation. Our parents would never. Like, the
I mean, I
biggest
don't know,
scandal we
well-
had was Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Like, that.
But like the
that's
thing
it.
is, right? They had what was it? Bush or Al Gore, right? One of those the choices. Was that who Bush was running?
That was
against?
a choice at one point.
Okay.
And like, I don't feel like it was like a lesser of two evils situation then.
Shit.
Was it?
I mean, they're calling Trump God.
Yeah.
Like, this is very
It's cold over.
wild.
It's
Yeah,
cold
yeah,
over.
exactly. Like we
I
didn't
feel like
have that
we
back
are
then.
in a Netflix documentary right now.
Oh, when it was Obama, like when Obama was running against McCain, it wasn't like
It wasn't this.
No, that was fire. That's probably like the last great
presidential like period of
yeah.
time. Yeah, because it was like Obama was out
They
here.
had mutual respect for each other, like heavy. Like,
Yeah, and the thing is, as growing up, I think I was in like
There's no
high school
sportsmanship.
and
no,
whatever.
there's no sportsmanship. But I think
was
that's,
just-
that's Trump, though. I
It
think
was
that's
just
specifically
always
Trump.
quoted to us like, "Oh, this is a very momentous time in history as a black man trying to be president."
Yeah, everybody
And-
was respectful.
Yeah, like and,
I feel
now
like
it's
you
with
might have
Trump.
wanted to call him out his name,
But they
you
would.
didn't.
But if it was Trump versus a black, well, now it is, right?
And we see-
And you see how they acting. They got streamers on stream talking about some. Nah, I'd never vote for that bitch.
You know
bro.
what's
Like,
They got a
killing
check.
me?
They got a check.
The AI images of her. Like, I will say whoever's doing it, keep doing it because I love to see them. Like, they're so cute.
Oh
like,
my
you
God.
cannot
They're
make
making
me
AIs
hate
of
her.
Kamala, for real?
Yes, they have her in like a baddie
Bro,
90s
they got her
aesthetic.
pregnant, bro.
with,
Oh yeah, I
like,
seen those.
bathing suits and short shorts. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a baddie either way.
No,
like,
she looked good. She looked good back in the day, too.
Don't
That
do
shit
it.
crazy.
But I feel like you guys are pulling Kamala's stuff up, saying like, "Oh, she was with Montel," and stuff like that. But are we forgetting like Trump's illegal wife, who was butt naked in
yeah, she was, yeah.
bathtub with diamonds?
Mm-hmm.
The same woman who wore like a $10,000 jacket that said something obscure on it when she went to see Hungry Children. Like, I just feel like the same people that are calling this black woman classless, like, it goes to show the Olivia Pope saying when her dad was like, you have to try twice as hard and always be better to even be considered equal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she would never be able, Omarosa said it, you cannot be mediocre as a black woman.
No.
Like, you can sit here in your mediocrity as Trump, who is fat, orange, faked an injury, has an illegal wife, has multiple children, multiple baby moms, and you can have people that are going so hard and calling this man Jesus and then have the nerve to call this woman trash. Like, it's crazy to me.
It's the media game. I mean, like I said, his campaign is ran on specifically trashing the opponent, just trying to really rile up as much as he can, just to garner and hold a base of supporters, so that they don't leave and that he wins.
I need people just to say I'm racist, like just straight up, like I'm racist and I don't want anybody black in office, because that's all you're saying.
Pretty much.
Like, just say it. Say it with your chest. The same.
But I think
it's
racism and a little bit of misogyny, because it's either you're black. If it was a woman, if she was a white woman, I think she'd get a lot of hate still.
Hillary didn't get it like this.
No.
Nobody pulled up.
Hillary wouldn't have got the black vote.
She getting double whammy basically.
Nobody pulled up Hillary's old stuff, because Hillary has a lot of old clips saying a lot of racist, shady stuff.
True.
Nobody pulled that.
That's why black folks didn't really vote for her.
That's the crazy thing.
Hillary was in politics since 13.
Because like black people are more tapped in because of the
Systematic racism?
Well, they're more tapped into this because of the fact that there's a black person in the running now. So it's like, oh, one of us is in there. And now it's so much more discourse. It's crazy. Like you was just saying, there was a lot with Hillary. They didn't care. There was no black, like, the community, the black blogs weren't, like, bringing up, oh, this is Hillary.
Her dating history, her husband's infidelity. Nobody talked about Monica.
Shit. Social media wasn't as popping, though.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Right now?
2016?
Right now?
Yeah, bro.
Hillary pulled up
Social
on
media has
Bethune-Cookman's
been up
campus
since
during homecoming.
Social media has been a big thing since, like,
2012?
Earlier than that.
I think the traffic specifically, especially for politics, as youth, you know what I'm saying, is way more.
I think I'll give you that.
Because think about it, you have
because
streamers talking about politics now, bro.
We weren't on there, right? Like when Trump, and I was on social media, but I wasn't like posting or anything.
I
like
put
that.
Hillary Clinton on my Snapchat when she popped up at Bethune-Cookman University.
You're tapped
I
in,
can believe
though.
that.
People aren't
you're
tapped in.
Yeah, you're tapped in.
People are not tapped in.
What does tapped in mean?
Like you actually use social media. Like you actually post. You actually
like real news. Like you're not looking for like just the bullshit. Like,
but news has, like I said, news has
evolved.
Has grown.
I think TikTok made it.
Yeah, TikTok
did too.
Now you can see things faster, but social media was a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing, but it's not. It's way more focused towards politics now than it has ever been.
I think social media is focused on anything that's going to generate sales.
Yeah, definitely. And
so
politics will
when
always
politics stops, we not going to hear nothing else
I
about
think
it.
when Trump was running is when politics became a really big thing on social media.
Because everything he was saying was so
everything
cringy.
Trump said was like, yo, did you hear what this nigga just said?
And they're like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Look.
Because look at the reason why he's going on streams with Aiden Ross and all them, right?
Yeah,
because
no, I think
those streaming is kind of taking over now.
Did you see Aiden Ross said he was going to move to Canada if
Lil
Kamala gets
Pump
elected?
said the same thing.
But you guys are so dumb. Canada's more open than we are.
Can he even go to Canada? He's got felonies. Well, I'm talking about Trump, but yeah.
Oh, Trump can't go.
Yeah, he can't go. So what the fuck?
I feel like any and everybody that wants to leave.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well,
they won't go
I don't know. I don't think
Bye.
nobody want them. Shoot.
They don't want to leave for real. They just talking.
They don't want. Yeah, they just talking. It's just to generate clicks, generate views. This whole thing is just.
Isn't Aiden Ross's sister like a prostitute?
Oh shit!
I don't know.
I don't know. He's too young for like his shit.
Wasn't that him that has like a famous
I've heard
OnlyFans sister or something? Like Everybody Smashed or something?
I don't know.
Like they talk about it on his shows? I'm just saying, if that's the case.
I don't know.
I don't want to put slander out, but if that's the case.
Like, truthfully, I just really don't keep up with him.
I think he has bigger things to worry about.
Like, he pops up a lot, and I'm just like...
I don't know who he is, but I think it's him and another streamer. They have, like, their sisters are, like, famous, like, OnlyFans girls that, like... men pay them for sex. I just think he should focus on that and not like Kamala, if that's the case.
He's never gonna focus on that. He's making too much money.
And then who was the other one? Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Who is that?
Don't worry about it.
Washed out rapper.
Yeah.
Funny story. My cousin went to school with him.
Who is
really?
That?
Which one?
What songs does he have?
He went to school in Florida.
That's crazy.
He did that song with Kanye. You're such a fucking
Oh,
yeah.
and you know it.
And Gucci Gang. That's the one. That's his.
So he hasn't had a good song in like 5 years.
More like 6.
6. Okay, got it. So a bunch of nobodies promoting a bunch of nobodies.
Amber Rose, you know.
Oh my God,
that was crazy.
So can we talk about politics and social media? So
or like celebrities, you mean?
Celebrities.
So Amber Rose, everybody was like, yeah, Amber. Then everybody was mad at her with the whole College Hill thing with the Jocelyn situation when Jocelyn said she wants to be white. Got up, there was a fight, nobody saw it.
Real quick. We seen the video. Amber Rose, you did your thing. I'm gonna give you your credit because I think I downed you in group chats. I was like, yo, you got your ass beat, but you put your hands on her. I got it. Go back.
So
This guy.
I'm gonna take the credit back though, because you cannot be a woman who fights for women's rights but flip for a check. So the slut walk, the stand in your truth and know it. You were saying 4 years ago that Trump is a terrible, horrible human being. And he's not for women. And if you're women, you cannot vote for him. And now you're voting for Trump. You're speaking on behalf. You're at rallies speaking. And now the weak ass black community wants to back you because they saw you fight and you can fight. Like, that's fucking crazy to me.
So I have a thing. I've been reading about why these particular celebrities are supporting Trump. So if you check out their background, all of them have had deals with a crypto company that had a rug pull.
God, so you think that's what it is?
Yeah, like
So,
Waka
or
Flocka,
is that what it
Waka
is?
Flocka,
I didn't even see
Amber
who's
Rose,
voting
like it was a whole
Because
list.
they all fell for the crypto shit.
Well,
when
no,
it
they didn't
blew
fall
up.
for
So
it.
it's a part
but
of a contract that they've signed?
So this is what happens. So a lot of these celebrities, you'll see a lot of celebrities do these crypto things where they'll say, hey, sign up for this crypto.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
they
But
got
what
their
happens
own
is like
currency.
they'll put all that money in that first day and the next day they just take all that money out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you're basically doing rug pulls, right? So you're grifting. So you know what I'm saying? You're basically getting all these people to put money into a platform that's actually not really worth what you're going to say it is.
Yeah.
Amber Rose did it. Waka Flocka did it. Rich the Kid did it, but he ain't came out for Trump yet. I ain't seen it. But a lot of these celebrities that are coming out going for Trump have been a part of these schemes. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul.
So you
feel me?
think it was tied into their crypto?
It's tied into them going for Trump.
Contract?
It's tied in for them doing the Trump things because they're thinking that Trump is going to pardon them for if they have any blowback in terms
Oh,
of
yeah.
crypto. You know what I'm saying?
So like,
Crypto
hey,
ripples.
bro, I
'Cause
supported you in your campaign. So when they
hit me up for this
eventually get
lawsuit,
sued,
yeah, I need you to
or
fuck with
sued,
me.
yeah.
But I don't know. How about you just don't be a terrible fucking person?
They need money.
Yeah, they need money.
That has been the easiest way for anybody with any kind of
And
influence. to get
crypto
money.
was such a big bubble.
And they're
No,
still
I mean, it still is.
I feel like it popped now because NFTs are at an all-time low.
Well, it depends on what you're playing
Oh
with.
my goodness.
Cryptocurrencies, like so many of them have been created and boosted and tied in with NFTs that when that whole market basically busts, because that market is busted now.
Yeah.
So Paris Hilton brought a lot of, I think she was the first one to bring a lot of attention to NFTs.
Oh, for real?
When she talked about it, I think she was on like a night show and she was like, oh yeah, my money's in NFTs. And they were like, what is that? And she was like, the non-fungible tokens. And she explained it. This was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I feel like she was the first celebrity I ever heard talk about it. And then it was like this big wave. But recently, The Simpsons did an episode with NFTs and Solar Opposites just dropped their newest season and they were talking about NFTs. And I feel like the way that they broke it down, and it's like, you don't own anything.
No, you don't.
Like there's literally, you don't own rights to the image. You
That's
don't
the
own
whole.
the image.
That's
You
the
don't
whole like
purpose.
point of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't own
it's that,
anything.
It's not an owning thing. It's like a really high end trading card. Like it's just like a trading
you don't
card.
have.
Yeah. And I was really I was into it more so on the side because I'm really big in the gaming community and like looking at all these companies talking about how they were going to introduce it into gaming and trying to figure out how the hell that would even work because they were trying to like use it there. And I remember when it got blown up, Kel was like, hey, we should hop on this shit because it's like probably quick money. And we were trying to figure it out.
I was trying to do a
and
flip. Buy one, sell it for like.
It's just,
yeah, hell yeah.
You really, if you didn't get in early and you didn't have a lot of stand-up money to just really
Yeah,
operate
you
during
really
that
gotta
time,
look.
you
Yeah,
couldn't
you
do
gotta look.
shit. Because I think we started and we tried to make an NFT out of one of our logo or some shit. And it cost us like $100 to even put it up there. And then it cost almost $200 to take it down. So it's like I'm already getting ripped off and it's still technically mine.
That's crazy.
So it was crazy. But that bubble, I figured it was going to kind of like pop. They're still trying to bring it back, but I think it's done for now. Like maybe another 10, 20 years, it'll come back when like people stop caring about it and somebody finds a way to make it valuable again. But
I think Snoop is the only person that's actually using his, like, because he made Dr. Bombay's like a ice cream or some shit. Like it's like a whole different brand now. So That's the only one I see on the regular. But everybody who bought the monkeys and shit for like millions of dollars, they're cooked.
No, the
They're
monkeys,
done.
the people who came up with the monkeys,
Oh,
they
get
made
paid.
hella.
Yeah, they got paid.
They
for
made
sure.
bank. But the people who, that was a really crazy time. Like, but
We've lived so many
I don't want to
lives.
go too far off of our topic, bringing it back to the
Real
whole
quick.
politics thing.
Oh, yeah. Going to politics.
We wrap.
What do y'all think about Tim Walz, though? To the window, to the walls. What do y'all think?
What about him?
The new vice president that Kamala's
Oh, is
picking.
he? I
What do
don't
y'all
think
what do y'all
I heard
think about
anything. What
Do y'all like
people
him?
are- I don't know much about him.
Me either.
Have y'all seen him talk and all that?
No.
No.
Really?
Is he
I've
really-
been super
really good
busy
talking?
with work. I haven't seen anything.
So whenever I watch him, so
I
I
heard
went.
he's down.
What you mean? Yeah. So that's the thing. So
What does that mean?
Exactly. I'm like,
So,
I don't know.
I remember growing up, I went to school in like 3 different states. I went to school in California, New Mexico, and here. And out here is like very predominantly black in terms of teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I had like a lot of white teachers, I was mostly in California and New Mexico.
Wait, where'd you go to, in Atlanta? Where'd you go to school? Because where I live, there's a bunch of white schools and teachers.
No, DeKalb County.
Okay.
DeKalb County, yeah. So
Just get that shout out
yeah,
before you got people.
yeah, not that way.
He was in Gwinnett, right?
Who?
You? No?
I live in Fulton County. I live in Sandy Springs.
Oh, no, I'm talking about when you went to school. You said
I didn't go to school here.
But she said predominantly white though. She's in Sandy
Like
Springs.
all the schools near
in Sandy
me.
Springs.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Sandy
yeah,
Springs.
Sandy Springs.
You know, Atlanta gets real private and white,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
there's
yeah,
black.
yeah,
So that's why I was asking,
Yeah,
like,
we in
where
the-
were you?
We was
Because
in the trenches though.
I'm like,
I'm like, there's a lot
DeKalb
of
is like-
The
white.
trench, you know what
black,
I'm saying?
son. Like, I was all around DeKalb. So.
My friend's in Forsyth County, and her kids are the only 2 black kids
Yeah.
in the school. Like, it's
Forsyth?
all
Forsyth.
Indians.
Forsyth?
Yeah.
Forsyth,
Hey,
yes.
good luck. You know what I'm saying?
The only time it got white was when I was in the South.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of. So that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so specifically, I remember, being in middle school and having white teachers. There were some white teachers that I really liked. I felt like they're really trying to teach me like life lessons, be
Yeah.
a good teacher and whatnot. Really showing me how to, move in a way that, you would want to move to be
Makes sense,
successful.
yeah.
And that's how he talks, because he said he was a teacher, he was a veteran and all this, saying he's been in politics for like 40 years or whatever. I get that exact feeling from him. And I haven't gotten that from any other politicians. Like, he has the warmth, this
So you
warmness.
think he's genuine?
Yeah, like you could feel it. Like, and there's 2 things. He has not only that warmth, he has a fire where he doesn't tolerate like bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way
Okay.
he came at Trump, the way he came at JD Vance, like you can tell, like, and those are the type of teachers I used to have that I really respected, because while we're playing, it's time to get serious, because we're trying to make you successful, right? And so
And
it's-
there's a respect level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, don't surpass that.
So
We can play
he's like
all
a
day.
politician that you like to see,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
from in the past,
That's-
like how it was.
And I was
but-
surprised. I'm like, why haven't I
Where
not
did
seen
he
this
come
guy?
from?
Exactly. He's in Minnesota. He's the governor of Minnesota.
Okay.
So I'm like, why haven't I not heard of this guy? Because I feel like he always should have been in the forefront for the
I
Democrats.
feel like
anyway.
they said there was a lot of scandals associated with,
With him?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know what, but I do know. That's why I said the quotes with the 4.
That's the thing. I didn't hear anything about. That's what I was wondering, because I didn't hear anything about any scandals, and I would have thought if he did, the Republicans would attack it.
So
but
some people said that they were like, if you're for the police, which is so weird if you're voting for Trump and you're for Blue Lives Matter because he's a felon.
he wants to make super cops like.
They're saying that
Bruh.
during Black Lives Matter protests, I guess he pardoned some people that were supposed to go to jail in Minnesota or something like that. So they were like, if you're white and you're voting for him, he's not for the police. It was,
Oh.
you know how Trump's camp
Yeah,
is and
all that stupid
misconstrues
shit, yeah.
everything. I haven't had time to like look into him, but I haven't heard anything bad.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't hear anything bad about him. I'm
Outside of
looking,
that.
looking at all his rallies, looking at
They
all
looking.
his policies.
They looking
like,
for dirt. They gonna drop something.
They're
I
gonna
heard-
find when he
they
was in like
should have found it
third
already
grade.
though. They would have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that
they
had to be a
don't-
long time ago. Like his rap sheet looks really like damn
But that's
near
good,
clear, bro.
That's
And,
probably why they
that's
picked him.
good. That's what we need.
That's
really
what I said,
need.
because I was like, when he first came in, like, who is this guy? Then I heard him speak and talking at these rallies. I'm like, yo, this dude is, and I'm seeing everybody saying the same thing, like, yo, this guy is amazing. Like, but I'm seeing
No,
like,
that's
what
what
the
we need,
fuck
though.
has
That's
he
really
been?
what we need.
No, we need that for
We
sure.
need more people like that in politics who are like, I'm
We
trying
need
to make
somebody
this
to
better.
drive it back home.
Yeah, and that's what I feel whenever I heard him talk. Like, it's really like, okay, I'm really about trying to make America, great again for real though, for everybody. And not
America
just,
has never been great, so saying make it great again is like so annoying to me.
So
like,
I think in the Well, I feel like where Trump was coming from was more of a racially motivated.
When
kind
it was
of
good
making
for
it-
white
I don't think he.
people and
I don't
not
think
good
he
for
thought
everybody
about. I
else.
don't
He's
think
an
Trump thought about
idiot.
it. Like,
No, he didn't come up with that. Somebody gave him that, didn't they?
And the
Maybe
hats are
somebody
made in
told him.
China, you idiots. All the hats are made in China.
They're all made in China?
They're all made in China.
That's funny.
Flip over your MAGA hats and look
But,
where they're made, mister. Keep American jobs.
that's crazy.
They're all made in China.
But I mean, there's always like conversation about. Remember back in the good old days of America.
No.
So
No.
and nobody knows what that is, but it's a term.
I will say, I wish that we could have a balance. Like, I don't want to go back to, and let me give context for age range. So I'll be 30 next week. My parents my mom's in her 50s and my dad's in his 60s. Mm-hmm. I want a time where we had the freedom of like the 70s, 80s, when it was like free with style, people were more together. I think because everybody was high, it was a good time.
But everybody was chill,
So I want like a mix of that. And then a mix of like the early 2000s as far as technology. Like, I don't want our technology to go away. And then I want a mix of the hard work from our parents, but the balance from us and this newer generation. And I think if we could have like a combination of all, that'd be great. Like, you don't have to come suited and booted every day to work, but you also need to show up on time.
Yeah.
And you don't need to slave and work at your job 7 days a week. You can also have your weekends. Like, I need there to be a balance between we're open to what's happening and the changes, but we're respectful of everybody.
Yeah.
And like, if we can get that good medium where politics aren't a laughing matter, like, there's not a time when I see something politically associated with Trump that I'm sure if it's true or not. Because he's just so cringy. I'm like, well, this has to be true because he says shit like this. Like, I want to get back to when politics were Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah.
You can say what you need to say. You can make it appropriate. You can follow the rules. You can be dressed nice, but you can still do your fucking job. And that's what I think we need. And based on what you're saying, I think we're going to get that balance if Kamala wins between her and the VP. I think it's going to be a good balance of
I hope so.
bringing back the professionalism, but still attacking issues and things that need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
I hope so. I really hope so, because then that'll make it easier for people to understand what's going on, because now it's just, like I said, the age of misinformation. It's just so much stuff going on. It's really like watching a TV show, and it's like, who are you going to vote for?
Bro, I'm
Which
waiting
president?
for Ashton Kutcher to jump out and be like,
Oh,
gotcha,
shit.
bitch. Like, the last 5 years have
And
been a
he's still in like
joke.
hot water. He's still in hot
No,
water.
they got a whole, him and Mila Kunis have like some kind of charity shit that they do now or something.
Oh, so
No,
they're good?
but
Are
this
they
is
good
his
now?
third time being associated with a pedophile and having to sit on a case.
Oh, shit.
So,
Yeah, you
no,
know.
I don't think
Oh, you're talking
they're
about
good.
the
Diddy.
70s show one?
No, he's locked up.
Diddy.
He's on
Ashton
the thing with
Kutcher.
Diddy? Oh,
yeah.
shit. Damn.
This is like his third time having to testify in court about one of his friends who...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
It's
You know.
But yeah, with all this politics talk, man, who y'all think y'all looking at now with the whole switch up? Has it changed? Are you still going Democrat? Are you looking at Trump? Like, what's going on?
And by the way, I just like to put this out. Vote for whoever you want. Like, I know we talk about Kamala a lot. I know it sounds like we talk down on Trump a lot. I don't care who y'all vote for. Just vote, bro. Like, and make sure
I care.
you
Don't
tell-
just vote. Don't just
Yeah, I was
vote.
about to say, don't
Don't
just
do that.
vote.
I don't care. You know
Don't
what
do
I'm saying?
that.
But do vote. Do vote, but don't just vote.
Do your duty of
do your
voting,
due diligence.
bro.
But
Like,
I'll also
straight up.
say, like, don't just vote because you feel like you have to. If you genuinely are not sure, keep your ass at home. Like, if I don't want you to be like, well, damn, I gotta vote. Mom, who are you voting for? Dad, who are you voting for? Cousin, brother, whoever.
No, we're all adults.
Like, it is a Google away. Put it in chat. I am a
Research.
black 29-year-old woman, or biracial. I want to know who sees the best in me and who has the best insight for me. Let chat do the work for you. Like, ask them who you should vote for. Put in your whole life and see. But
I don't know. Chat might
But
fuck you
vote.
up. too.
Chat might, yeah,
it
chat
might,
might fuck
but
you
I
up.
mean, even say like
Chat
the
be like,
pros
vote
and
for
cons.
Trump.
Even look at the pros and cons. Like, don't say who you should vote for.
Ask
but
it for pros and cons
pros
for
and
sure.
cons.
Or just ask you for like bullet points
yeah.
of like, what are their policies?
I'm not even gonna say
What
that.
was
Read that
said.
shit in full, because all that shit
Ain't
can be
nobody doing
fucked up.
that.
Y'all might not do it, but do that.
That's
anyway.
why I think there should be like I don't care enough about politics, but there should be like somebody on social media who's like capable of using their platform for that. Like, yo, what's up? I'm an unbiased look.
People suck. That'll never happen.
I try to follow some people who try to be.
I think that would be really cool. Like, just people
centered.
who are like good creators. Like, yo, like you remember how watching Bill Nye, you didn't care about some of the science shit.
Guy,
like, you didn't
Mr.
care
Rogers.
about that. Yeah, like you didn't care about stuff they were talking about outside of them talking about it.
But they also
made it
didn't
interesting.
They didn't even touch them topics.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody can find a way to relate it in a way where it's like entertaining and interesting to people,
I'll try it.
You know,
I'll try it. Check out my page. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
But yeah, with that, I want to go ahead and kick it into Keisha Done Said It. She sent us a video, y'all. We're getting back to it, so we're gonna watch that video together, and then we're gonna tune back in and let y'all know what we think. All right?
Okay.
Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. I have Keisha Done Said It for you, and I want to know what you think about this. It says, I met this guy on a dating app, and I am feeling him. We've been chatting on the app for 3 weeks now. We chat every day and have been developing an emotional connection. We haven't exchanged numbers yet because I'm afraid that he will try to FaceTime me. He asks me questions like, why aren't you giving me your number? And I tell him I'm still getting to know you and I don't want to give my number to a stranger. I'm glad he hasn't asked to do a video chat because I recently got work done on my face and I am regretting it. I got my nose and lips done and they overdid the fillers in my lips and my nose keeps changing. I've posted photos of me, but before the operation. I want to continue to get to know him, but I am so insecure with how I look right now. How do you think I should go about this? Should I just show him or should I just wait until my lip filler goes down in a few weeks? What do y'all think?
All right, so y'all just heard from Keisha, and it sounds like a very interesting problem. So I want to go ahead and open the floor up, see what everybody has to say.
I always have an opinion. So
Go ahead. Yeah, you go first.
You sure?
Then. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. So don't fuck with your face, man. Like, I feel like I've gotten plastic surgery. I'm here for it. It's the best decision I ever made. I would do it again. But I don't fuck with my face. Like, the most I did was I got my eyebrows microbladed. Other than that, like, stuff takes too long. And a lot of people try to discount surgery. And it's like, you cannot discount playing with your body. Mm-hmm. For your nose, I think it takes 3 years to fully heal. So sis talking about a couple weeks, like, nah, bro. And you're just over here real life catfish. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to tell the man, like, if you think he's great, you need to tell him, because if the roles were reversed and he came up to you looking like a completely different man, you're going to be like, who the fuck are you? And what are we doing here? So I feel like, tell the truth. Like, look, I know we're still getting to know each other. I did something stupid. I'm working on it. I overdid my lip filler and I got a nose job. And go from there. But I feel like, be real, because if not, you gonna get your feelings hurt. Because if he's like me, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck happened to your face, bitch? Like, who are you? Where's the person I was talking to? I'm not that nice.
No, one of my favorite movies is Mask Off. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I see somebody like 2 years later, and I know you got some shit done, it's like, oh, okay. So I think of John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, if y'all ever seen that movie, bro. And it just in frames, it's crazy. So basically, they switch their faces. Oh. Yeah, so it's like...
I was thinking Shallow. How?
That too.
That's what I was thinking when I first heard it.
Gwyneth Paltrow, and she's like fat, and then she's like skinny.
Yeah, but he saw her as skinny, but everybody else saw her for what she really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, girl, if it's the personality, like, you cannot build... And that's why when we were talking about relationships and weddings and things like that... That's why you cannot build off of fakeness. Like, if your whole relationship is built on a lie, like, how do you plan on doing anything? Like, it's very superficial.
I don't know, though. Do you think Kylie benefited from plastic surgery, right?
She looks 40 right now. How'd she benefit? She fucked with her face when she was, like, 16. She was an ugly girl. And, I mean, she fucked with her face instead of waiting until she grew up. And now she said she feels bad.
I just feel like once you start, you can't stop.
You can't. She said she feels bad because her daughter has her nose and like similar features.
When she was younger, yeah.
And it's like, how can you look at your kid and tell them they're cute when you completely changed your face? Don't fuck with your face.
Chloe?
I think the only natural one. Who's the one that got all them fucking kids?
Courtney's the only natural one.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Her face is still really good. Chloe changes her face every 6 months. Kendall, I don't think she fucks with her face, but she's just not cute. Kylie's not cute, and she fucked with her face to look like Kim. Kim had an okay face. Her nose was fucked up, and I think she needed to just shave because she looked like Jafar. But she's cute.
Oh,
But I just feel like don't fuck with your face. Like, makeup can do wonders. Like, just learn how to do makeup. But like, I wouldn't. It is not that funny. Y'all seen the picture? You know what I'm talking
Jafar
about.
though?
Jafar is crazy.
Y'all never seen the picture when they have her and Jafar? You've never seen it?
No.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, I'm about to bring it up. Everybody
Yes,
gonna see
you
this shit.
have. Y'all seen it. I am not the first person to say this.
I'm thinking of the nigga. He got the whole hat.
I'm thinking of the beard and the mustache and all that shit.
Literally, when you search it, it pops up. I did not make this up. Listen, man, it was the early 2000s. All she needed was makeup and to like wax her upper lip and get her eyebrows done. That's it.
Crazy.
I think she's a pretty girl, but
That's crazy.
all I'm saying is like lip fillers. I watch a lot of Botched. You end up with like little snow peas that they
Botched
have
to
to
do
like
it.
pop out of your mouth because you literally like it calcifies inside your lips. Like there's
Damn.
where does it go? They say your body breaks it down.
Yep.
But like how? Like you're not. Are you peeing it out? Like we don't know that. We don't know.
Technically,
Your
you're
body's
supposed
not
to, I
made
think,
to
but,
like.
yeah.
So I got my boobs done. They are water balloons. They're saline, not silicone.
Mm-hmm.
So like silicone is scary movie. She got stabbed, it comes out, it's there, right? I'm just saying. I have water balloons. If I get stabbed, it's salt water. I'm gonna pee and my boob is smaller.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
You
Oh, I
have,
thought it was gonna go.
I mean, maybe. I think it'd be a mix of like, how deep did you stab me? Like, probably if you pull it out,
As
it might
long
be.
as you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, my boob's gonna deflate, and then I need surgery.
Yeah.
You're having things put in your cheeks, in your lips, in your face. Like, it moves, it shifts. Like, look at any of the Real Housewives show. OC, those women look crazy. They all have face work done.
They turn into ghouls and shit. Like
You cannot fuck with
Zombies
your
like
face.
Looking like Fallout.
yeah.
Don't mess
For
with
real.
your face. And tell that man.
Well, I
tell that
think
man.
at
Please,
this point, that one is
Tell
kind of.
them, man.
Tell that man.
I keep
That
trying to
ship
say
is
this.
kind of sailed for her though. Now she's fucking
And
with her
take them
face.
old pictures down. Post your new face.
Facts.
That'll never happen.
Post
No.
your new self. But
There's no way.
yeah, I agree with what y'all said. You gotta. I think she just need to go ahead and rip that bandage off and just show him. And if he fucking with you, he fucking with you. If he not, he not. Move on. Because at this point, you gotta see if you want a relationship to go anywhere. They gotta see you. Ain't gonna be no
That's
fucking
insane.
relationship.
That's
you
a
gonna-
literal brown bag.
Right, unless you finna
That's crazy.
I was about to say,
Brown
unless you
paper?
finna convert to a different religion where you gotta cover your face or something. And
I mean-
even then, you still gotta show your husband when it's the privacy of y'all home. So
Find a better surgeon. Stop getting stuff on discount and stop messing with your face.
I can't. I don't
Stop messing
understand
with
the
your
lip
face.
filler thing. I don't know what that's all about.
I don't really overall understand the plastic surgery thing.
I don't
I
go
do.
that far. I do.
I don't.
I do. If you hate it, fix
I just
it.
told
but your
you, bro.
face,
Chloe, bro. Like, come on, bro.
She changes her face and body
Chloe's
like
like night
monthly.
and day. It's like, oh, bro, Chloe.
They have a picture of her in the Jafar search. I'll show you the old
I know
one.
Chloe for sure. Hell yeah.
This was her before.
Yeah, no, Chloe.
No, she look
look,
like what's the name? What's the name?
She didn't glowed up.
The cereal, bro. Frankenberries.
What is a Frankenberry?
Frankenberry is
Look up
crazy,
Frankenberry.
bro.
Look up Frankenberry.
Oh my god.
Bro, they seem to say Khloe Kardashian look like Frankenberry. This
She's
is like this
it's
is
like
not
a
new. This is,
Frankenstein.
No, she doesn't.
I swear, you're gonna find a picture. You're gonna find a picture. Somebody put that shit side by side. I'm telling
Yeah.
Oh my god.
don't
This is
know.
worse than Jafar.
I guess it's like a just to help yourself look better kind of thing, or like fixing an what is the word?
Oh my goodness. That's insane.
Maybe something you care about.
you. See, look,
like-
you see it? Yeah,
That's
I'm
wild.
not lying. This is
Nah,
back. This is
yeah.
back in the day when I was like in high school.
When he said it, I already knew.
I'll say I'm not gonna make anybody feel bad. If you want to fuck with your face, fuck with your face. Find a reputable surgeon. Don't get no surgery on Groupon. Don't try to discount it. Don't do stuff because a man wants you to.
Don't cut corners, none of
Make
that.
sure that it's what you want because
Yeah.
you are unhappy because you're the person that needs it. If you like, maybe even consider therapy depending on what you want to mess with first. But I feel like once you start messing with your face, you're done.
Yeah.
Like that
I
is
think
all.
that's the one you definitely see some talk to somebody about talk to a therapist.
Yeah,
'Cause,
like-
sometimes what you're seeing might not be what
Body
you're actually.
dysmorphia is
I
a
think that's a
very
real
real
thing,
thing.
yeah.
It is a very real
I
thing.
definitely think that's a real thing. So
Living in Atlanta, we see it every day.
yeah, so you gotta like really make sure it was your choice, and then you have to understand that was your choice.
Tell that man.
Tell him.
Always tell the man. Always tell that man. No matter what situation it is. Should I tell him? Yes, you should tell him. Please.
Or her. Tell your person.
Yeah, that too.
Tell the truth.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all heard it here. Sound off in the comments below. Let us know what y'all think she should do in this situation.
All the thoughts.
Everything. And with that, I've been Tyler. You guys can follow me at new_Ty. Instagram. TikTok coming. I'm working on that. Y'all check us out on. Make sure y'all follow the page on YouTube. I mean, if you're watching this, you're watching it on YouTube. We got to do a little thing on Instagram. Tell y'all go watch us on YouTube. So, I'm going to kick it over to Kel. Let him do the rest.
It's your boy Kel. You can find me anyway.klly on Instagram. I'm on all these platforms. About to solidify them and all that, but you're going to see everything at the bottom. You know what it is.
Follow me. They'll put it at the bottom.
Well, that was shortcutting. Make sure y'all follow the production team, Nostalgia Unity team.
Yep.
Make sure y'all follow the bridge, ATL_. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe while you're on this video.
Follow.
Do all the things. And with that being said, we will see you all next time. Peace.
Bye.